Hi and welcome back to another Art Fabula video. Today I'm going to try to paint a lot of toys because I have a lot of things to do. I will try not to show you a few secret things that I have here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to make it through all the videos without showing you the secret things that I'm doing. I have a few things here that I need to paint and I need to cut with well, you know, the vinyl, you need to cut everything, but I need to put into work because this is going to take a lot of time. So let me begin with it. Is that I need to put this in order. I need to charge the battery. So let me just. Prepare a bath with warm water, very warm water, and a little bit of soap to clean the toys and to make it a little bit easier to cut afterwards. So I will show you how I do with the toys. Well, this is a bag with the pieces. If you see, this is a leg. Then I put all these toys, all these pieces here in the warm water, and then I try to clean them very well before cutting it. It's going to be ow. It's very warm, but right now you can see that it's getting warm. So this is a very good step to do two things in one. First, you need to make it a little bit softer, and then so at the same time you are cleaning these toys, and then I will cut them afterwards. What I usually do is to when the pieces are clean and soft, I try to cut it as good as I can with this kind of knife. I need to be very careful because I have been cutting myself all the time, not because these knives are very sharp, there are, but because I maybe didn't make the pieces too soft, and then I need to press harder than I should. So this is how I usually cut the pieces. Take another example with this leg here. Another problem that I had is that my fingers, my hand got humid, got with water, and then the skin of my hands became softer and softer also. And then after a while I got a lot of problems with the skin trying to hold the knife. I have problems here, as you can see, and then problems here too. So these are things that you need to think about when you put the toys, the pieces, on warm water and use a sharp knife to try to cut them up. So think about it. Is this the best way? Do you want to do it with water, or do you want to do it with the warm pistol? I think this is faster, and you make two things at the same time. You make the toys clean and you cut a lot of pieces. You have a lot of pieces softened there inside the water, as with the pistol you only do it with one piece at a time. So I think this is go faster when you have a lot of pieces. So and that's the way I do things, the way I do with all the toys, because I have a lot of toys to cut, I have a lot of things to do at the same time, and then I put all the pieces here that I'm cutting, and all the other ones are here. So I just wanted to show you how I do, but also I wanted to talk to you about a few things that I think are important. I have been thinking about, let me cut it at the same time as I talk to you. I have been thinking about this thing that I see on Instagram, on Twitter, X right now is the name, and this is a very concerning thing, because I have seen a lot of new artists and new people that are trying to make art toys. And this is good, it's a good thing. I think more people should try to do these kind of things. But as I've been telling you for a long time, this is not an easy thing to do. This is a very difficult thing to do. I don't want to discourage you, discourage? I don't know the name, but you know what I mean. I don't want to make you don't do it. The only thing I want to is that you do this thing in the right steps. I did everything wrong from the beginning, but I have the possibility to do the things wrong because I have, for example, a little bit of money saved just for make these things. A lot of people, I know a few people at least, that they don't have the money and they take a loan just for making this thing because they think they are gonna success. And yes, maybe they do. And it's a good thing. You put your passion and you put everything on these kind of things, but very careful. I don't think take a loan for just this thing is a good thing to do, because there are a lot of risk here in the art toy community, in the art toy world, in the Sofubi world. Is one of this is that the art toy community, the Sofubi community, is a niche one. It's a very, very little community. It's not a big one, and it's a very international. There are, for example, too many people in this community here in Europe, but there are a lot of people in Asia, and in America too. So what happened? Well, if I start a company like Art Fabula, this brand in Art Fabula here in Europe, I won't be able to sell a lot of toys here in Europe, so I need to sell them to Asia or to America. And this is not that easy task to do. And why is not an easy task to do? Well, for one thing is the production of the toys. The production of the toys is made, this one is made, for example, in Japan, and it's a good price. I can handle that price. It's not so cheap, but it's the quality. I can make it in China, for example. It's also good quality, a little bit cheaper. But the problem is that you need to ship to Europe, and you need to pay all, not just the shipping, but also all the taxes that the shipping costs. Because I know a lot of people that they don't pay these kind of taxes when they came into the country. But you need to pay those kind of things. Then these taxes make your toy expensive that if you sell them directly in Asia and in America, for example. But this is not the only thing. Another thing that you need to think about is the other kind of taxes, the country taxes. For example, Sweden has a lot of high taxes. If I sell this gecko one that I usually sell around $75 on my website or on other shops in Japan, for example. If I sell this on my website to another European country or Swedish people, then I need to add a 25% to the price. So instead for $75 is going to be up to 90 something. And that thing makes the toy less interesting for people, because of course people buy not just the toy but also the price and the shipping. So this is something that you need to think about. All right, that you that you want to be big, that you want to make toys, but please, it's not just about the toy, it's about everything else, because the most expensive thing is not the production, but all the things around the production, the shipping, the taxes, everything around the toy creation. I have made this error because in the beginning, when I produced both Captain Bebop and Eggy, I didn't thought about those things, and then I started a company here in Sweden. At the start, starting a company is free, so it's very good. I didn't pay anything until I made a little bit of money. So that thing is very good, but the problem is that you need to sell those toys, and that's the big problem. The big problem is that, all right, I'm selling this toy for this amount of money in the USA, and then I put the same toy in my website, and then one person from the European Union want to buy it, and then this person see that the toy has a 25% more expensive to the price because of the taxes, and then these people, this person, don't want to buy it now because it's too expensive. And the same is with the shops. I'm collaborating with a lot of shops, especially in Japan. I have 3 big shops and 1 gallery, and 2 big shops that they are selling my toys. 2 of them one of them I haven't even talked about. It's coming very soon, and I'm very excited about that one because it's a very big gallery of Sofubi toys in Japan. But they need to make money with the toys, of course. Usually they made 25-30% of the sale. So that means that you need to sell the toys cheaper for them, and I'm willing to do that. But you can't do these kind of deals here in Europe or in the USA. For example, I talked to a shop. I'm not going to say if it was here in Sweden or it was in another country, but I talked to a shop in the European Union and another one, now that I remember, in the USA, that they wanted to take my toys, and I told them, well, the only thing I can do is to put the toy around 30% cheaper for you, so you can make a 30% profit on the toy when you sell it. And they told me that that price is too low. Well, maybe it's too low. It's too low here in Sweden. It's too low maybe in America. So that is something that you need to think about. And they need, in Europe they want, and in America they want high profit per toy. And if you are on a smaller toy company, a toy brand, you don't want to put your toys with a very high price because nobody wants to buy your toys. You are a nobody. I'm a nobody right now. So you don't want to put your toys with a price that is too high. It's a very risky thing to do. So you need to think about what to do, because this is going to be very difficult to sell your toys if you do that. So I'm trying to concentrate here. At the same time, I'm trying to make my mind. Speaking a few languages is very difficult for me. But the most important thing is that there are a lot of things that you need to think about around the production and around the selling of the toy. You are not be able to sell your toys of a high price, and you need to think about of the price for all the countries you are selling to, not just maybe the USA or Europe here. I need to think about that. Well, what is the price of this toy in Japan, and what is the price of this toy in the USA? I don't want to change the price too much. I need I need to change because, well, of those things. But I don't want to. I don't want the people from the US to feel that they have been cheated of the price. They have a higher price. They don't have a higher price than the same people in Japan, not here. The problem is the people here in Europe. People here in Europe will have a 25 more expensive toy than the people outside Europe. And it's something that I can't not undo. This is something that I need to do because these are the laws of both Sweden and then European Union. So for example, I can put my toy 25% cheaper in the website, just that the price in the Europe is the same that the price in Japan or in the USA, because that means that I will lose a 25% more on each toys that I sell into the European Union. And I told you right now, this toy and all my other toys that I'm selling, the profit on these toys are very, very minimal. I think I'm very low. And the shops are making more profit nearly than I make with this kind of toys, if I think about all the cost of the production and all the cost of everything. So these are very expensive toys. The profit are minimal. You need to think about the taxes, you need to think about the countries you're selling to, and you need to think about a lot of things around the production. This is a very expensive thing, so you don't need to take a loan to make those things, because you are taking a very high risk doing so. Of course, if you have a big company behind you, if you have, for example, I don't know, Medicon toy, then congratulations. But I think that's a very, well, very difficult thing to do. Usually for a new starter person to have these kind of deals are very unthinkable. So please, people out there on Instagram, people that are making 7 toys at the same time because they have the money to make the production, well, I hope you don't take the loan to make those toys, and I hope you think about all the other things around the toys, the selling, the logotype, the website, the cost of the shipping, the cost of the taxes, the cost of time and everything, because that is the worst thing about this kind of, well, things. And I have seen a lot of times before, this art toy and Sofubi thing is just a marathon, it's not a sprint, so you need to take it slowly. I did this error in the beginning, but right now I make it better. This gecko is selling very well. King Sara, Mecha Sara selling very well. So now I'm making it very slowly with those toys, and I'm making a lot of deals with a lot of shops in Japan and gallery in Japan, and this thing is making me correct those errors from the beginning. And that's why I'm telling you, that why I'm talking to you, the camera, in this video, because I don't want you to make the same error as I made. So please, don't do it. Don't take a loan and think about all the things around this thing, this toy brand, this toy community, because it's very difficult. But please, this is your passion. Do it with all your heart and with all your time and effort. So continue making it, but this more than this. So thank you very much for this video. I will continue to cut in this gecko and paint them afterwards. See you in the next video. Bye.